Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to Spiritual Psychics TV with your fortnightly edition of Collective Consciousness, streaming live to you via Facebook and YouTube. Collective Consciousness, as our regulars will know, is a show that is purely dedicated to mediumship. And I have the great privilege every other week to introduce a new medium to share the platform with me here, delivering messages from your loved ones up above in the world of spirit. So for those of you that are joining us here for the first time this evening, a very, very warm welcome to you and to our Spiritual Psychics TV family. Please do share us out there, guys. So if you're watching from Facebook, you know what to do. Just hit that share button directly underneath. And if you're watching via YouTube, guys, again, there's a little swirly arrow icon directly underneath the graphic screen here, where you can copy and paste onto all of your social media platforms. Do be conscious if you do wish to interact with myself and my guest medium here this evening, you will need to subscribe to both channels. So if you haven't done so, whilst I'm running through the house rules, it only takes about a minute to do, so I suggest you do so now. Also, what I'd like to mention is that there is a little bit of a time-second delay here. So from you placing your comments to us receiving and vice versa, it takes approximately 10 to 15 seconds. As I say, I have the great fortune to be able to work with some of the most amazing mediums every other week, and tonight is not going to be any different. But before I introduce my guest medium to you here this evening, I think it's only right that I should say a few hellos to those of you that are watching at home. So, producer Richard, who do we have with us here this evening? We've got the lovely Sarah Burston. Good evening to you, Sarah. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening. Emma Gregory. Hello, Emma. You're a newbie. Well, you're very, very welcome, my darling. Cheryl Johnson is saying good evening to you too. Thank you for joining, Cheryl. Natalie Rogers, another first-time watcher. Thank you so much for joining us, Natalie. You're very, very welcome. Sarah Joyce Mills is saying, hi there, Bill. This is my first experience meeting you here. Thank you for your time. Well, thank you for your time, my lovely. You're very, very welcome. Hello there, the lovely Lauren Badrock's joining us. How are you, Lauren? And we've also got another first-time watcher, Nicole Scherer. You are so very, very welcome as well, Nicole. And we've got Michelle Murray joining us, saying good evening to all. Good evening to you too, Michelle. The lovely Nadine Brooks is joining us as well. Do let us know where you're watching from as well, guys, whether that be in the UK or indeed overseas. We'd love to know. Hello there, Casey Tanner. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining. And Olivia Louise Thumwood is saying, excited for this evening. Kind blessings to everyone. Hello there to Heather Green. Hello there, Heather. What a lovely name. Thank you for joining. And Sue Sayer is also saying good evening, Bill. Wow, this is lovely to see so many of you are joining us here this evening. Thank you, guys. Really, really appreciate it. Hello there, Christiane Liberto. Good evening to you. I hope you're well. Bear with us a minute. We're just having a little bit of a technical glitch. Aha, there we go. So we've got Michelle Sarsby is watching from the UK. Welcome, Michelle. Welcome, welcome. And Chris Hughes is in North Wales. Hello there, Chris. Thanks for joining, my friend. Kelly McKeaton is saying hi, Richard, Bill, and big love to all. It's wonderful, as I say, there's so many of you that are here. I'd love to acknowledge all of you, but we won't get any mediumship done if we do so. But before we do start going into messages, I would love to introduce my guest medium who's joining me this evening. Now, this gentleman, most of you will know, is no stranger to Spiritual Psychics TV, but I'm really excited to be having the opportunity of working with him this evening. So let's give a great big warm welcome to the lovely Ashley Robinson. Good evening to you, Ashley.
Hiya, Bill.
How
are folks? You? Yeah, I'm doing great. Great to be here tonight. Thanks for the invite, Bill.
Oh, I'm really, really looking forward to tonight, Ashley. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I can feel my tummy's turning already, so I know that that's a good sign. Ashley, tell everybody that maybe is watching for the first time this evening a little bit about yourselves, where it is that they can find you on social media, my friend.
Well, hello, folks. For people that don't know me, often see my my profile page. First thing that I get, particularly from trolls, is you don't look like a medium. I'm certainly more of a 4 or 5 XL these days, but I'm a spiritualist medium, and for me that means that my job as a spiritualist medium is to give you evidence of life after death. I'm lucky enough, in my opinion, to have been brought up in spiritualism. My church at Wimbledon, my base camp, headquarters for me is where my mum and dad are both ministers of religion there, and grandfather also heavily involved in spiritualism right up until the day that he died. So for me, spiritualism has very much been a way of life. I've been working as a medium on and off for the last 20 years. Started sitting in circle formally when I was about 18. And I do have a show here on Spiritual Psychics TV. It's Being Spiritual, which is a spiritualist philosophy show. I've been doing that throughout lockdown. It's been a great opportunity for both me to learn and invest into me, and also to work with all you lovely people. And tonight we're doing some mediumship, giving people some evidence of life after death, sharing some truths of spiritualisms. You can find me at Ash Robinson Medium, both on Instagram and Facebook. And of course, the Spiritualist Psychic TV directory. If you haven't already checked it out, folks, make sure you have a look at that. Richard, the producer, is a master of many trades, and the website he's created, this free online directory, it's a great place for you to find your centres and your churches, and of course, us mediums. One of the things you could do today as a bit of an experiment is, of course, is rate your medium. Give Bill and I a review, and let us know what you think of us. Hopefully it's good, and we're going to give you some great evidence of life after death tonight.
Let's hope so, otherwise we're on the naughty step this evening. And just once again, people can find you on Facebook and Instagram, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right, at Ash Robinson Medium. And as I say, Wimbledon Spiritualist Church, I tend to run all the social media for the church. And our website for our Spiritual Psychic Weekend, you'll see on the Spiritual Psychic TV website, or spiritseeker.co.uk, which is one of the events I'm involved with producing.
Lovely. And we've got a fantastic Spirit Seeker event coming up next year, haven't we, in March, in conjunction with Spiritual Psychics TV. And I'm really, really excited to be part of that. And I'm looking forward to that event. What about yourself, Ash?
Oh, it's going to be great. I mean, my grandfather started promoting life after death, if you like, as a religion, taking spiritual out of the churches almost 40 years ago. We've been running these spiritual and psychic weekends for over 20 years. But in March, what a fantastic opportunity to bring together all of your favourite personalities from Spiritual Psychic TV. Some of the, in my opinion, world's best demonstrators, mediums, healers, speakers and lecturers all together in Bournemouth. And we're going to have, dinner, bed, breakfast, drinks, all of your mediumship, all of your workshops, all included in that special price. So, yeah, it's going to be a fantastic weekend. You can read more about it at spiritseeker.co.uk.
Fabulous, fabulous. And as Ash says, guys, please do visit the directory, Spiritual Psychics TV directory, and look up all of your favourite mediums, all of your local spiritualist churches and centres. And if you feel really, really kind, then do please visit myself and Ash and leave us a lovely review. That would be very, very much appreciated. Shall we take turns in saying a few hellos to some people then, Ashley?
Yeah, that'd be great. I see Stace Shaw said I'm looking nice and tanned. Either that or I didn't stand close enough to the shower, Stace. But good evening to you. And good evening to everyone else. So hope producers now in fits of laughter. That's it. There'll be no more hello or welcomes.
He's lost it. He's lost it, guys. And on Facebook, we've got Karen Makinen. Hello from Yellowknife, Northwest Territories, Canada.
Wow. And hi to Nicola Humphreys. Good evening to you too, Nicola.
Good evening to Natasha Hambry, who's saying that she's shared. God bless you, Natasha. Thank you so much for sharing. And please do share us out there, guys. Help Spiritual Psychics TV grow. And let's try and reach as many people as we possibly can this evening.
Definitely. Very much appreciated. And welcome to Wendy Joy Waters this evening that joins us.
Alison Hawke, first time with you, Bill, from Oxford, UK. Alison, you are so very welcome, my darling. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Lisa. It says you're joining and new here. Good evening to you, Lisa Dupfold.
I tell you what, Ashley, we're really, really lucky. We've got so many new people that are joining us here this evening. So we're really, really lucky. And please do converse with all of our lovely regulars in the comment section there. All of you new joiners, it is a community channel, and we do encourage you to interact with one another, as well as ourselves, the mediums here. I can see we've got Joanne Lewis, who's watching from YouTube, saying, hi, Richard, Ashley, and all on the live chat. Hello there to you, Joanne.
Heidi Spicer, also on YouTube. Hi, Heidi, 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 hi.
Hoody, hoody, ho. And we've got Tracy Hadfield. Love watching the lives. God bless you, Tracy. Thank you so much, my lovely.
Hotify me. I'm pretty sure that's Lenka. I don't even know if I pronounced that right. I might have invented Hotify me, but thanks for sharing it on WhatsApp, Lenka.
Thank you, Lenka. And we've got Linda Fox, who's also new. Welcome to you too, Linda Fox. God bless you for joining.
Natalie Rogers, good evening to you. Hiya.
And we've got the lovely Ruth Townsend saying, good evening, Bill. Good evening to you too, Ruth. Thank you for joining, my love.
Hey, Kim. It says you eight's all friendly here. It makes us sound like a cannibal community group, but I'm sure you mean we are all friendly here. Welcome, Kim.
Don't say the mortal word, Ashley. As soon as we mention food, the chat goes over to food. We've got Jan Jan here who's saying she's new as well. Welcome, Jan Jan. God bless you for joining.
Artie Spicer, sing it, boys. I'm tone deaf. You don't want to hear me sing.
No. We're going to get sacked. And we've got Ashley Patterson who's saying, I'm joining from France. It's first time watching. Welcome indeed. Thank you so much for joining.
Bonsoir, really mon ami, Ashley. Je suis heureux de faire votre connaissance, monsieur. Or mademoiselle. Listening in the bath, says Kari. Hiya, Cara. Hopefully the acoustics are good in there.
I was really impressed with your French then.
That's it. That's as far as I can go.
Well, that's more than me. The only French I learned at school was kissing. But anyway, that's a completely different story. Let's move on. We've got
Your school definitely sounded more fun.
Oh, it was. Nicole Glosier. Hi, Bill, Ashley, and all. Hope you're well. We're all very well. Thank you, Nicole.
Hey, Christine Davis. Welcome.
And Jackie White, lovely evening ahead. I think you're absolutely right as well, Jackie.
And Nadia from Belgium, good vibes. Hiya, Nadia.
Amanda Seath Groom, hello, first time watching. Again, you are so very, very welcome.
Emma from Cornwall, beautiful part of the world. But you've had some nice sunshine today, Emma.
Karen Goddard, good evening, gentlemen. Good evening to you too, lovely Karen. Thank you for joining, my darling.
Hey, Julie, good to see you.
Julie saying evening, Mary. Now, I didn't know that we had Mary with us, or do we?
Lulu. Hey, Lulu.
Oh, bless you. So, guys, we're going to get things kicked off shortly. We're just going to say a couple more hellos. So, Hayley Rogers from South Wales, Rhondda Valleys. God bless you for joining us, Hayley. And Ash, if you'd like to say the last hello.
Yep. Olivia Louise Funwood, good evening to you. Man of hidden talents, Ash. Haha, you two are making me laugh so much. Great energy. We're pleased, Olivia. I've always liked to work in an uplifting way. I know that Bill does too. And for me as spiritualists, we always send love and light, but I like to sing laughter too. I think that should be the most infectious thing around at the moment.
Absolutely. And as you say, it raises the vibration and it just sets us up for a good preference. So hopefully we're going to be in for a fantastic evening. So guys, for you newcomers that are watching us for the first time here this evening, again, I'll just run over collective consciousness and the basis of the show. It's for us to deliver mediumship messages, whether that be individually or conjoined as a pair. So collective consciousness is about us two mediums collectively joining our consciousness with the one spirit communicator for the one recipient that's watching here this evening. And that's what we're going to aim to do during the course of this evening's demonstration. We will start things off by doing an individual message each. And then once we've done that, we'll have a go at working on those conjoined links, won't we, Ash?
Absolutely.
So I'm really looking forward to it. So shall I get things started, Ashley, and bring you back on screen shortly?
Aye.
Okie dokie. I'll see you in a short while then, my friend. Hello there, Kelly. It's lovely for you to be here with us, my lovely. And Kelly, you are a newbie all the way from Portsmouth. So God bless you. Thank you for joining. Right, let me get things started because I am conscious as I'm starting to open myself up to spirit here now, and I'm asking them to step forward. I am conscious I'll be working on the vibration of a grandmother link that steps forward here and makes herself known to me. Now, as this lady starts to conjoin her energies somewhat with me, okay, she does give me a great sense and understanding about this beautiful finesse to her. And I have to use the words finesse because I feel very, very detailed in the way that she's starting to make herself known to me. Okay, she gives me a great understanding, God love her, as she starts to work that little bit closer, that she would have actually have been very astute minded, and she would have finished herself off just absolutely perfectly. Okay, what she makes me want to say is she's like Mary Poppins, practically perfect in every way, and that's what she just places in my mind as she starts to work with me at this moment in time. So again, I don't know if this link will actually have any type of association to the recipient, or indeed if Mary Poppins does. But that's what she's just done as she started to step that little bit closer and give me a little bit more information about herself. Now, as she comes close to me, the first thing that she does with me is she actually gives me an understanding about this blue tinge that would have been running in the front of her hair, just the front of her hair. I don't want it to be all over, you would understand, okay? There is a greying natural colour to this lady's hair, and I know that she has beautiful rosy cheeks as well as she starts to work on my facial features here with me. I'm having incredible trouble getting my words out. I'm having to work really hard with her to understand what it is that she's wanting to get across here. So I know with this lady that there would have been issues relating to others, you would understand. And I feel she makes me understand that this would have been towards the back end of her life, God love her, before she crossed over into the world of spirit there. Okay. She does make me understand that there would be a weakness within her arms as well, because she just makes mine feel very light and she makes mine feel very airy at this moment in time. But they are aching at the same time as she does so with me. So I know I need to be acknowledging this condition within my arms and the restriction that there would have been within my arms with this lady, you would understand. It's almost as though I feel that I can't really raise them much higher than shoulder length as she gives this information and shares that with me here. Okay. She does come closer. She does want, okay, I can see, Cara, you're saying sounds like me, but I'm still not here, lol. Okay, right, Cara, I don't know if you're talking to someone in the chat or me, my darling. If you are, just be elaborate, please, my lovely. Give me a little bit more information as to what it is that you are associating to. Everything would be fantastic for me because then I know I'm on a good link and I'm on the correct link with you there, my darling, okay? You would understand with her as well, okay? You would understand, okay, Natasha Hanbury, my gran had a stroke before she died. Okay, darling, thank you very much. Please do let me know if you can understand the other information that she's brought forward. It's really important that you identify to everything that she's given me here, Natasha, okay, my lovely? You would also understand with her as well that she gives me this emphasis on wanting to do this. Okay, so I know that there was either something going on with this lady's breathing, or indeed this would have been something that you would actually physically have identified with this lady, where she's pausing and she's just blowing out a breath. Okay, so I know that she wants that brought forward as well as she's working away here with me. I can see, Natasha, you're saying she was 73. Thank you, my darling. Give me a little bit more information. Continue to work with me through the feeds there if you can. I know with this lady as well, God love her, that as I said at the start of the message when she was beginning to give me this information, okay, I do want to be incredibly neat and tidy with this lady, but you would understand for a lady of her generation, she was ahead of her time as well. Okay, so what I want to be saying is that she would have actually have dressed really, really snazzy for a lady of her generation and of her age. Okay, but it fitted completely well within her, you would understand. Okay, this matched the personality, the emulation of this lady. Okay, this matched her character. It fitted well. That's what she gives me. That's what she also makes me understand. Natasha, you're saying, yes, she used to do that with the breathing. Perfect. Okay, Natasha, let me continue with the vein of the message for you there then, my darling, as you can associate and take what this lovely lady is bringing forward here with me. Okay, you would also understand as well with this lady that there seems to be this slurred speech that she wants to place upon me now as she's talking away with me. Okay, Emma Adams, you're saying sounds like your grand and can take aching arms pain and the breathing as well. Okay, so we've got Emma and Natasha. Okay, I have to say at this moment in time, Emma, I feel as though I am more so drawn to Natasha. But what I would like to say to you, my darling, is please take from this message whatever it is that you can. Now, Natasha, you're just giving me a little bit of feedback there, my lovely, and you're saying, yes, that's her, dressed like a 16-year-old. Perfect. And you would understand about this behaviour with her as well, where I'm very, very young-minded, okay? And you're saying yes as well. Fantastic. You would understand as well with her that I feel and understand with the way that she's starting to work with me now, God love her, that she would have actually have been, or she would have slotted in as being one of the girls, okay? So I know that you could have taken this lady out with you, okay? And she would have been a right scream, okay? But I have to re-emphasise the fact, again, my darling, that she just wants to be placing this pristine appearance upon me. She's making me understand that the apple's not fallen too far from the tree where you're concerned, okay? Because I feel as though I just want to be associating you being very similar, not only characteristically, but physically with the way that you would actually present yourself as well, my lovely, okay? She does talk to me about the eyelashes as well, okay? So I know that she's referring to your eyelashes here at this moment in time because she just touches mine as she comes that little bit closer there with me. And you're saying, yes, she would. That's fantastic. Wonderful. Okay. You would also understand with her as well. Okay. I'm just asking her just to come a little bit closer because I just want to get a real emphasis and feeling about her now. I want to get a bit more essence about this lady. Okay. I do want to say as well that there would be, thank you, my darling, spot on. You would understand that there was still this little fiery undertone to this lady as well, okay? But as she gives this information to me, my darling, I know that I want to be placing this with you at this moment in time. This is the purpose of this lady's visitation here this evening, okay? Because I just want to put that little bit of fire in your belly right now. So she's giving me an identification that there's something seated with you right now where I just want to fire you up, my lovely, so that you're ready to face it face on. And she's telling me this now, face on as well, okay? So please do let me know if you understand what it is that she's talking to me about here, and you can identify to the information that she's just given me there as well. I know with this lady as well that I feel with her that I would do a lot of walking because she just wants to take me on long walks at this moment in time as well. So I know this lady would have walked to wherever it was that she needed to go to. I don't feel that she would have been very reliant on transport links. She's taking my voice away, God love her, as she's giving me that information as well. Okay, so you would identify that her voice would have been taken away towards the end of her life as well here, okay? And I feel that's the reason why she's just placed that there with me, my lovely, okay? I feel hot with her as well, but as I feel hot with her, as most of you know when I work with spirit, that's my trigger call, okay? That identifies to me either as infection that would have been present, or indeed that I know that I need to just be cooling things down. So you can understand about this scenario and this firing up, cooling it down, but making sure that you're facing it on, my darling, okay? So please do let me know if that relates to you. I can see you're saying, yes, I know what she's talking about. Absolutely fantastic, absolutely perfect. So Natasha, just before I send your lovely, lovely Nan back up into the world of spirit there, I always like to get a parting gift from your loved ones before sending them on their way, okay? This can sometimes be symbolic. This can be something in the physical that's already taken place, okay? But whatever it is, do take it with the love and endearment that she actually steps forward with here. And you are just confirming, yes, her voice had gone. Thank you very much, my sweetheart. Okay, I know with this lady as well. Okay, can you just, yes, okay. Can you just understand as well why she just wants to place a roll neck on me? She just wants a roll neck with her clothing, okay? So I feel as though with this lady, she would have wanted to have covered her neck area as well, as she just places that there. Again, just let me know if that makes sense. Yes, she would kill for you, you're saying. Absolutely, because I know that this fieriness that she just wants to place with me is a re-emphasis that she just wants you to be bringing that out. She's just bringing that to the surface. All right, my darling, give me this gift for our lovely Natasha there. Okay. All right, okay. Okay. Is she with your mum? I'm not getting links for mum here, my darling. I have to be honest. I will only bring forward the information and the evidence of the person that I'm working with at this moment in time here. Okay. And at the moment for me, this link sits with Nan. Okay. What she does though is she just brings forward those three little birds outside my doorstep, saying, don't worry about a thing. She's placing that song into my mind, that Bob Marley song, you would understand, about the three little birds outside my doorstep. So I know that this song is of some significance either to you and she, okay, or indeed I need to be placing this song with you as her parting gift for you to be listening to those lyrics and identifying to them in a way that you should be at this present moment in time. So I'm going to say, God bless you, Natasha. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity of working with you and with Nan. I'll leave her love with you, and I will hand over to the lovely Ashley.
Lovely message, Bill. Lovely message for Natasha there. Okay, folks, my next communicator is a lady, and this lady is family. She's talking about having her family here today. This lady, I believe, is a grandmother. She's showing me my own grandmother, but she's making particular reference to my nan's middle name, which was Olivia. I feel like Olivia is very symbolic with this lady. She's taking me over towards the left-hand side of her body, around her heart. She's talking about passing with heart failure, and I've had heart limitation. My heart has limited my life towards the end of my life, and ultimately my heart has failed. Good evening, Terry. So, folks, I'm looking for someone in the congregation, our beautiful virtual congregation tonight, that understand this lady, that'd be family, a grandmother, the significance of the name Olivia, I think, with her. My nan was Hazel Olivia, sorry. But I've also got the name Elizabeth. Okay, that's what I was trying to say. It's a bit of a mouthful. So I feel that Olivia is significant. Elizabeth is possibly more significant with the communicator that's passed with the heart conditions. And I've also got an anniversary there of May. It feels like we've just celebrated. We've had reason as a family, and I've been quite close from the spirit world around a celebration on Earth. I feel there's been a birthday towards the end of the month. I see the numbers 2 and 6. It could be around the 26th. Okay, folks, anyone take this? So Natasha's given some lovely feedback there, Bill. Good message. Okay.
Oh,
try and give you some more information. Then I'm looking for someone to take this. Joanne says that sounds like my friend Olivia or Olive. Okay, Joanne, let me see. I'd want you, if you are saying yes, folks, can you let me know that you're saying yes to everything that I've said so far, so you would understand the significance of Olivia and possibly Elizabeth, as well as this May anniversary, a birthday just gone, perhaps around the 26th, and a lady that's passed with this heart-related condition. Streatham. Then this lady had links to South London as well. I was just seeing Streatham on like a map in my mind's eye there. I feel that you would have, you would understand these links. Joanne says, my mum was called Joyce Elizabeth, who passed with heart conditions. And Joanne, you were the same person that was also understanding friend Olive in the spirit world. Okay. I did feel this lady was a nan, but I say my nan was coming in. I think that Olive was in. Rachel Brown says you can take this all. So Rachel, when you say take this all, I'm going to assume that as everything, so you understand that the woman, the significance of Olive, the May anniversary, the links to Streatham. Let me just try and get a bit of a tie-breaking piece of evidence that would make sense. Love heart, broken heart, she was just saying here. Stacey's also saying Grand's middle name Elizabeth, Oliver, my grandson, May the 24th, Grand's birthday. Okay. Lulu, my grand passed of her heart. I can take the name Elizabeth and birthday the 6th. Okay, right, let's get more information, a bit more information to settle between you. I've got what looks like a love heart on some type of chain. And Bill, you'd have to tell me how you would describe what you'd call this piece of jewelry, but it looks like a love locket of some sort on a chain. It's like a grey coloured metal. I want to say silver, but you never know. It could be cheaper than silver. It's grey. It's a grey metal, and it's like a heart. And I feel that it's in two pieces. I feel that I've got two chains. This reminds me from when I was a kid. I remember some of my friends at school, particularly the girls, having these. But I feel like I've got a heart that breaks in half. That's on two different chains, and I feel that it's important because she keeps showing this to me in my head. So I know there's a few of you between Lulu and Stace and Joanne there, someone else from YouTube that was taking it all. This love heart, this would be the tiebreaker. It's quite specific. This would need to make sense to you as well. I feel like I don't feel anything I'm being told about this heart. Right, Joanne says Olive's birthday is the 26th of January. Olive was from South London. She was my best friend. Okay, so Joanne, I think you're one of the first people. The 26th made sense, but I also had this May. You can take everything apart from May, and this woman will be friend, not family to you. Let me see if I can play some. No, okay. Just got my name there saying no, it was just the significance of the olive, okay, or the Olivia. That was the significance of mine. And so Joanne, I think I am with you. You understand Olive, you understand the birthday. She was talking about the 26th. You understand the links to South London as well, and she was your best friend. You'd understand then, Joanne, about this heart. Yes, 8 have the silver love heart. That was half mine and half Olive. She was from South London. Okay, thank you, Joanne. That's lovely confirmation. As she links in with you, Joan, and she wants to call you Joe. I know you're Joanne on Facebook. She wanted to call you Joe. Jojo. I think my Jojo, she was just saying there. I don't know if you'd understand that as a significance, almost like a pet name, but she was saying, my Jojo. She said, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of what you've just done. She's talking about not just being courageous, Joanne, but morally courageous. She said, oh, this was difficult for me to watch, Joanne. She was difficult to watch my Jojo. You didn't have to do that, mate. You didn't, but you did it because it was the right thing to do. And I'm so proud of you because it's made the situation much better, but it wasn't in your best interest. And in fact, you got yourself a little bit burnt, didn't you? You had to get quite close to the fire, she's saying, Joanne. I feel this is significant of a family conflict within that, because I've got fists being raised. She was just banging fists, and almost as if you have gone in and you have intervened in this and you've made it better. So Joanne, so the necklace was made that way. It was made that way. Okay, thank you. So you'd understand then the situation you've just gone through, Joanne, where Olive wants to recognise, and she wants to recognise the fact that you've done the right thing. She says, you know, the love you've had in the situation has been unconditional of their behaviour. That's Olive. She was my best friend. She died the same day as my son 2 years ago. She's correct. Okay, Joanne, I'm sorry to hear about that. Remember I said I'm a 4 or 5 XL, so don't feed me. Don't feed me information. Sorry to hear about your son, but it would have been nice for me to give you some evidence about that, because she's talking about being with people in heaven and feeling like family. And they've described her as friend, as your best friend, but she's talking about being family, that you would call her family, part of family. Auntie Olive is how she's describing herself in relation to your son. Now, she was talking about the fact that you've asked her, okay, you have asked her to be involved, to be there, be around for your son. She's talking about being summoned, okay, with your son's passing. And remember, this is Olive talking. She was just talking about bang, bang. She's clicking her fingers, bang. It was very sudden. Something around the head that she was just talking about with your boy, and she said, I felt like I was summoned, like you brought me in, Joanne. You asked me to be there, and I want to give you confirmation about being around, about feeling honoured to be called family, and I consider you family. Obviously, I know we've got Bill on the show. Tonight's Bill's show, but I've also got Bill, or Billy, that she was just giving me there, Joanne. She was showing me that letter B, and it was this Bill, Billy. And she was just trying to say. So either she's reaching out to Mr. Bill Hughes, or that would also be significant to you. She's just talking about the fellows and the foresters, something to do with trees, Joanne. You understand this. being out in the woods and being amongst the trees. I feel like we're fellows, we're foresters. Okay. I went to a Foresters primary school. She was just showing me the logo there. She was talking about the Foresters and just talking about being out in the woods. I feel particularly grounded. I've got my feet on the ground with my socks off, and I'm feeling the soil between my toes. And she's giving me that sensation, Joanne, and that importance of you feeling connected and earthed with that relationship to the woods, particularly the woodlands and the trees. My granddad used to always put his hands on trees and sort of like feel the energy. Used to call give the trees a bit of feeling, a bit of healing, and take the energy back from the universe. And she was just doing that with me, and she was wanting to put her hands on the tree. Joanne, so it's your friend Olive that's been communicated. You understand the other bits and pieces that she's said there, and she's just saying, yeah, really proud of you, mate. He's all right. Okay, I've got him. I've got him, and I'm here for you, and I'm here for him. Thank you for lighting the candle for me, and you put that candle near my photo, she says. Thank you for that, Joanne, and that was your message. Thank you, Joanne.
What a lovely message. Well done, Ash. That was lovely to listen to, and I hope that Joanne can take lots of love and comfort from that. Do you know, it's really funny when you said about reaching out to possibly Mr. Bill Hughes. Spirit often doodle with me, okay, and I'm not the world's most fantastic artist, as I'm sure most of the regulars will vouch here. But I was doodling and I was drawing this as you called out the name. Now, I've depicted that as a feather, but as you can see, that comes off the end of it. It goes into like this swirly formation. What I want to be doing though, Ash, right, is I actually want to be placing it on skin. I want to actually be inking that. Now, whether or not I get the identification to peacock as well that just comes into mind. Now, whether or not this is with Joanne, or indeed if this is going into the next link that maybe we can both work on together here, I just know that there's some type of significance with the reason why I was drawn to do that. And it was just ironic that you called out my name at the same time. So it'd be interesting to know whether or not that is relatable to your link there, or indeed if we're going to be, yeah, absolutely, or indeed if we're going to be working with this as an opening up introduction piece of information for our next communicator. I can see that we've got lovely Kerry Ahern, who's with us watching from the US East Coast. Kerry, thank you so much for joining us. It's lovely to have you on board here with us this evening. Producer Richard, I don't know if our previous recipient has been able to converse and give any feedback with regards to that actually relating to her, or indeed if we should just continue. Okay, there we go. Oh my God, that's a tattoo that Olive had. So there we go, synchronicity, as you say, Ashley, fantastic. Thank you, Joanne, for taking that information. Shall we start working on a link together then? What do you reckon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Do you want to go first? Do you want to open up? Do you want me to start? Okay, then, Producer Richard. Before we start that link then, Ashley, maybe you can start tuning in, see who it is that you want to start bringing forward. And what I'll do is I'll just introduce what's coming up on Spiritual Psychics TV tomorrow, if that's okay. Right, so tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, UK time, we've got the lovely Sam O'Neill with her rune readings. That's Sam O'Neill, rune readings, tomorrow, 1 o'clock, same place on Facebook, same place on YouTube. And then tomorrow evening, there's somebody that looks particularly familiar to me. Now, who would that be, Mr. Robinson?
It's me, Ashley Robinson, being spiritual on Spiritual Psychics TV.
So you're on tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Now, what have you got coming up on tomorrow night's show, Ash?
We're going to talk a little bit about religion and science and its role in spiritualism.
Oh, wow. And do we have an indication as to who's joining you tomorrow?
It is I. Me, myself, and
you. How wonderful.
Yeah. Plus my executive committee of guides and inspirers.
So, guys, make sure that you tune in tomorrow, 8 o'clock, and join Ashley on his show. I'm sure there will be lots of significant information that will be totally relatable to everybody that watches. So again, that's tomorrow at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. YouTube, Spiritual Psychics TV, same time, same place. Okie dokie. Right, shall we start on our next communicator then, Ashley?
Yes. I've got a younger man that's communicating at the moment, and he's talking about my mate. My mate's watching. This younger man that comes across to me at the moment, he's talking. Okay, thank you. He's talking about yes, taking responsibility. Okay, for the end of his life. He said it was me. It was my decision. My decisions led to the end of my life unnaturally. It's quite a strange way to say it. Unnaturally, I've taken my own life by the decisions that I've made. Okay, the numbers 2 and 4 are important to him. 2 and 4, 24. I don't know if that's a date or an age that he's originally taking me to at the moment, but he's taking me to a tree, and he's also giving me this sensation. I want to loosen my tie because I feel like I'm running out of air. Something has happened here, and I'm feeling a choke around my neck, and I feel like I'm outside. Misfortunate events. Okay, it's like he's giving me the scales. Not clear that it was suicide. It's not clear that it was suicide. Some people knew I wasn't happy where I was, but I didn't leave a suicide note. He's saying this time I feel there has been a roller coaster, a rocky road that has gone on, and he's talking about being involved in attempts to take his own life before, and he's not sure that he wanted to go when he did, but he takes full responsibility for it now. So someone would understand this younger man. July, I feel like July is an important milestone for me. It's like putting a flag in July. Wrist, there's something about a scar on my right wrist as well. He's just taken me to my scar. I don't know if I've hurt myself. Yes. Okay. I think he's talking about hurting himself and the scar being on his right wrist. Okay. So Cherie Williams says he hung himself in the tree behind my unit. So Cherie, you think you would understand this person? Alexandra Alex said it could be for you. The name.
I know that, as you said, 2 and 4 as being significant numbers, Ashley. I want to identify them to the months of the year. I want to go into February, and I want to also go into April as well on these 2 key pieces of information that he's brought through there. I know that as I link in to the energy of this gentleman, I feel that I want to say that I was hot-headed. Okay, I feel with this gentleman that I was very hot-headed. I know that there would have been this anger that actually would have sat within inside me, this rage that was burning from inside me, that he just makes me understand as he gives me that information. Now, Karen King says her son's mate took his own life on the 24th of February last year. It was an accidental suicide. And Cherry is just saying yes to the last piece of information, whether that was what you gave or indeed what I gave. So Cherry, just please do be a little bit more elaborate so it helps myself and Ashley continue to move forward on the vein of this message there. Ash, what else have you got, my friend? Because I can see you're ready to go.
Yeah, I was just asking for a name, and I had a Stephen sounding name. He was just trying to give me here Stephen. I've got this that he was making that noise. I've got a 6-year-old boy, so I do loads of phonetics and spelling out the words. So Spirit, work with those noises in my head. But I've got someone, this roller coaster mindset. I was all over the place, and depending on the time of day you saw me, the different day of the week, I was a different sort of personality. I've got a lot of hyper energy with this guy. you'd understand. Julie says she understands the mood swings as well. 20, and he was 24, hung himself. So just to recap, folks, if you are still coming in and saying yes, you'd understand everything that Bill and I have said. So about this young person, if the April or February dates, the 24 being important, about this young man that has taken his own life, but has previously made attempts at taking his own life, or certainly is written down somewhere about him not being happy, about him not wanting to be in his life right now. Ex-boyfriend from teenage years, says Kerry, 24th, was the love of my life. Heroin was used all the way through his family. He couldn't get away from it. Okay, so that would be a drugs overdose. I do feel that there is this, and so you're saying Stephen was his name. Okay. Few other people saying that they understand it. Let's try and get some more evidence then, Builder, to narrow it down.
Let's get going. I feel that what I want to be saying with this young man is that I feel as though I've got a head of ash blonde coloured hair being placed upon my head that he just wants to bring through. Has a little bit of significance here. Okay, I've got a blonde head of hair with this young man as he actually conjoins his energies with me. I want to say that I feel that I'm athletic within my build as well with this gentleman. I sat particularly well within my physique with him. Okay, with him as well, as I say, he did give me this understanding about being very hot-headed. Okay, and this deep churning anxiety that would have sat with him for many, many years. So I know that he just wants to take me somewhat back into his journey when he was here on the earth plane. Okay, I feel, and I get a great understanding that, you know what, there would have been broken ties. Okay, I feel as though I need to be identifying that there would have been broken links within my family unit, within my family home. Okay, and that's what made me be very, very angry, an angry young man. But I'm at so much more peace. I have to say now, I feel so much more at peace. I understand why I'm here. I understand the reason that the healing still needs to continue. Okay, Tim Abbott, you're saying yes, your mate Steve, and he was blonde. You would understand as well about him understanding about that transition and being at peace. Okay, because I no longer want to have any of those emotions. I no longer want to have any of that anxiety. I no longer want to have any of that anger since I've crossed over into spirit. And that's as far as I've got with things at this moment there, Ashley.
Okay, and I see lots of you are coming in different bits of information. If you are still in, you need to accept everything that Bill and I have said so far as we're bringing in that information. He was just telling me... right, there's something about, and I think it is a rope. Okay, so I think he is telling me about hanging himself, but not wanting to die. Okay, tell that away. He's putting his nails right into his neck, and there is evidence there. He's telling me there was evidence, and people spoke about that I've tried to pull this off my neck. And I feel that it was known. It was a tip that I had left as a signature that I didn't want to die, because he keeps wanting to. There we go. I want to undo this tie, and he's putting his nails there, and he's talking about regretting it almost immediately. I was very angry at the world and the way things were going, but I didn't want to go at that moment. Something changed. But he is keen to say, I'm not in a rush to come back. I didn't want to go when I was going. Now I'm here. Whew. I'm at peace.
Yeah,
I'm at absolute peace. And for the first time, I'm at my best all of the time. But he wants to just talk about the fact that this was spoken about after I was died. It was spoke about. I feel like I've got my family saying, we don't think you wanted to die. There was an element of, should we have been there? I feel like I've wandered away, but I'm within earshot. No one saw me, and by the time I was encountered, I had gone. I'd left my body. I was there. And he said that, but when they found me, it was as if I was still dying, not dead. I was gone. It was just a corpse, he said. I was there watching them as they tried to bring me back to life. So you'd understand that about this person as well. There was an attempt to recover him, and there was also evidence. He's saying people knew that I tried to come back. Okay, so who is still in, folks? If you're still in, reply on the comment box, say yes to everything. Yes to everything if you're still in.
So it looks as though, so far, from what I can make out, we've got Cherry Willman, who can still take all of this information, and also Tim Abbott as well. And Karen King. The funny thing is that as I saw Tim's name, Ashley, now we might start wavering off and we might go in a slightly different direction here, but sometimes that happens with these links. Okay. As soon as I saw Tim, I felt as though I just wanted to turn around and say to you, Tim, and I'm gonna pass this next part of the message on to you, if I may, my friend. Okay, it's almost as though we were like brothers. Okay, because he just gives me. It's almost like a blood brother bond or blood brothers. He's bringing that into my mind for whatever reason that might be. And again, I hope that you can identify to that. But it's almost as though what I also want to be saying is that I felt as though I was part of the family. I felt as though I was made to belong, okay? And I know that I had a fantastic relationship with you, okay? And it's almost as though it makes me want to feel as though we were brothers from other mothers. And that's the way that I have to say that to you. Tim, you're saying you can take everything you're giving. He took his own life, but not through hanging. Okay, so that's where I've got with the message with regards to wanting a place with Tim. Tim saying, absolutely, we were like brothers. So I feel as though what I'm going to do, Ashley, is continue to finish the vein of this message. For me, with Tim, I feel that you're probably with one of the ladies. Am I correct in saying that?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me just continue with Tim, and this is fantastic because this is Spirit's way of working and getting this message to reach as many people as possible, which is absolutely fantastic there. Okay, Tim. Tim, I know as he comes that little bit closer, he conjoins his energies a little bit more harder with me here. He takes me down into my right knee, and I know that I want to be placing some healing your way, my friend. Okay. I feel as though I'm centering healing to you around your right knee at this moment in time. If this isn't with you, this would be somebody who's directly linked to you. Okay, you're giving me feedback. You're saying, and he was certainly part of my family. He dated your sister for many years. Fabulous. Thank you very much for sharing that information there with me, my friend. I hope that you can take the reason why he wants to place that healing just down on the right knee there as well, my friend. I just feel it's important for me to be drawing the essence of the healing angels through at this moment in time and to be placing that extra support that's needed at this time for you there as well, my friend. Okay, I'm just asking him the real purpose of this message, the real reason why he's coming forward and he's making this connection here with you this evening there, Tim. Okay, my friend. All right. He just takes me down into my gut. He takes me down into my gut as he's actually coming that little bit closer once again. Okay, I've absolutely problems with your knees. Okay, my friend, you would also understand why he's taking me into my gut as well, because he's still working on this healing vibration at this moment in time with me, and he takes me just centering around my tummy button at this moment in time, and I've just got a little discomfort, a little sharp edgy pain there that I just want to take away. Okay, it's a niggle. Okay, and I want it taken away. And again, I just want to be placing extra healing there again, please, my friend. Okay, you would also understand as well with this gentleman that it was almost like you had the same thought process. Okay, you were like an absolute pigeon pair. I don't feel that there would have been an awful lot of difference within your ages here. He makes me understand. And again, he just talks to me about people would actually mistaken you for brothers as well. You're not sure about the stomach problem, then please let me know if you can place this with somebody directly linked to you there, please, Tim, my friend. Okay, but people would mistaken you for that brother connection as well. Okay, but your thought process was very, very similar. Okay, it's almost like you both knew what the other one was thinking. Okay, and that's what he's just giving me there as he's giving me more evidence with regards to his communication. Okay, my friend, I know that I just want to say to you as well that we would have had the most fantastic great laughs as well. Okay, I want to be really hearty in my laughs as he gives me this information, so I know that we would have shared on more than one occasion a greater a real great our younger years. That's what I want to be saying. Yes, he was 1 year younger than me. Perfect. Okay, my friend. All right. So just before I send him back up to the angels, Tim, and I hand over to Ashley there, my friend. Okay, I'm just asking him if we can have your parting gift there for you, my friend. Okay. And what he does with me, and it's really strange because I've already worked on a previous link here talking about feathers as well here. Okay. But I know that I need to be drawn to feathers again when I'm talking to you. Now, symbolically, this is being shown to me. Okay. And he shows me these white feathers. And as he gives me these white feathers, when I work with colour white, I know symbolically that I'm at peace. But I also know that I've got great connection with spirit. I know that you do. I know that that's almost cliched information, but I know that with him he connects very well. And I just want to be saying about the feathers that you would associate and you would understand why he brings in to the forefront of my mind there. And you're just giving me that feedback saying absolutely younger years and great laughs. Perfect. Okay, Tim. So I'm going to leave his love with you, Tim. God bless you, my friend. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity of working with you. Ash, back over to you, my friend.
Thank you. Lovely, Bill. And I've always imagined in heaven that there's the equivalent of a waiting room. And for those old enough to remember Quantum Leap, I always see it in my own mirror in my mind's eyes, like the Quantum Leap waiting room. And what was just happening is Bill was delivering that message. I knew it was important that I stepped back because the communicator I had here, who is Sean. This is young Sean that's communicated. He's very, very funny. He's talking about being like a boy band. There is some personalities. There's an experiment of drink, drugs, rock and roll, and lots of fun. And the waiting room's full of all these young lads. A lot of them quite fancy himself and a bit athletic and share all of these really, really similar properties. So absolutely that person that was communicating with Tim. There is a couple of other young men that step forward, all up part of this spirit based boy band at the moment. But I want to talk to Karen. Karen, your husband is Steve. The communicator is Sean. So you would understand Sean, and you would understand there's multiple attempts, and you would understand Sean confiding in Steve, your husband. He also gave that confirmation about them working on him when they found him, about there being multiple attempts. Okay, thank you, Karen, for that confirmation. And as Sean was coming forward, he was saying, thank you for all believing in me. Yeah, you're talking about Blondie exercised it, and yes, okay, thank you, Karen. So you'd understand that. I also have another person that was reaching out, I think, to Cherie, who knows his sibling, his sister. But Karen, as I'm talking to you, and I've got Sean here, he's saying thank you. Give Steve, that's the Stevie, give old Stevie a hug for me. Let him know that I know he was always there for me, and he did an awful lot of listening, okay? Did a lot of listening to me, and I'm really grateful for it. I thought there were other opportunities that I had to leave the world when I did. And although I want to say I didn't want to go when I did, right before that moment, I did. It was an immediate regret. And as I saw the life leaving me, as I saw myself leaving my body, and I saw that corpse afterwards, I knew I didn't want to give up on it. And Steve was a big reason for that. But as I took my time and I took my breath, actually it was amazing. All these people started to come and support me, and I just felt unconditionally loved for a long time. I felt that I was a big blame for what had happened at home. You and Steve would understand that, Karen. And although you're Karen King, you were his queen. And I want to say that when he did speak to me, he spoke very highly of you, and I was very fond of you, Karen. I'm very fond of you both, and thank you for believing that I was better and bigger than I could have been. It did give me reason to leave, and you're absolutely right. There was this instantaneous regret when I did go, but I'm here now, and I'm happy, and I'm at peace, and I'm at my best, and I'm at my best all of the time, not just some of the time. And you'd understand that roller coaster with me. So Karen, Sean there communicating, he sends his love. Sean is now a dad. Okay, Karen, thank you. Accept that message. And I just want to quickly go to Cherie, if that's okay. Cherie, I feel that you would also have a connection with this different younger man. He's got a wicked sense of humour. When I mean wicked, he's sort of borderline in the horror paranormal club. And he's like, you call our boy band the Dead Boys Walking. And he's quite funny with the humour because he knows there's been an awful lot of pain around his death. But he also knows that you, he's saying, have been a great reference to his sister. Would you understand that, Cherie? You being there for his sister and giving her, confirmation of his life after life. And he wants to make fun of him passing because he says, I was miserable. I was a miserable old soul. And the moment I went out, no one would have wanted to be anywhere near me. I was very miserable. But actually, you know that when I was at my best, I did have this sense of humor. I'd make fun about it. Nothing was off topic. And I feel like it's appropriate for me to make fun of my death. But you've been there for her, and you've been there for my family as well as being there for me. Cherie, I know you've also said a prayer. There is something around my own belief which limited my own understanding of life after death. And I wasn't so sure that there was even a life or a paradise or something to go to. But do you know what? I was also worried that me taking my own life would not give me a ticket there. And I want to say that you prayed for me. And it wasn't that you had to pray to, let's call them God, but you prayed for me to find the comfort to know that I was welcome, and that helped me. I felt that prayer. I felt that unconditional love, Cherie, that you sent, and it helped me as part of that crossover, as part of that transition to that place we call the spirit world, or I call it heaven. I hope that's okay, Cherie. He's in heaven, and he said he found it easier to exist in heaven as pure energy because of your love, because of your prayers. Thank you for doing that. Absolutely. He was talking about the synchronicity. There is no such thing as coincidence. The white feathers, if there is no white bird, then there is no coincidence. He's also saying, but there's no such thing as a coincidence. So he's having some fun with that, and he's sort of paraphrasing himself. She gave me some confirmation that yes, he was a person. Yes, I do that with his sister. Okay. Thank you, Cherie. He says, give her a big kiss for me and keep on planting those seeds with her. I know that her belief, my sister's belief, Cherie, was similar to mine. Wasn't quite sure whether or not I would be allowed in heaven. He said I could also be a bit naughty and a bit cheeky. But do you know what? The only prison up here was the prison of my own making when I realized where I was. It was my higher self that judged me harsher than anyone else up here. And I didn't have to worry about the temperature because I didn't have a body. And again, he's just making fun of that. And he's making fun of the fact, he said, I thought I could have dipped down into an elevator once I got to heaven. But everything here is high. I feel raised. I feel elevated. And I'm grateful for you, Cherie. I'm grateful for what you've done for my sister. I know that she's found this very difficult. But tell her, you had this cheeky, good looking, I'm talking about good look. He said, I'm a cheeky, good looking chap. So he came over tonight and he spoke to me. You were talking to dead people, and one of them was her brother. And he said, just do it like that. She said, no, in that plain English, that is all the science you need to understand. Okay, Cherie, thank you very much. That was your message.
How lovely. Wow. Look at that. How many people did that one message or that one initial communication reach? That is absolutely fantastic. And guys, please do remember to keep sharing us out there and help Spiritual Psychics TV grow. It's very much appreciated. Cherry's just saying, I had always believed he. Oh, I've just missed that message. I can see lovely Matt Grogan's popped up saying, hi, guys. Just wanted to say hi. Hi there,
Right,
to you,
Matt.
Matt. How are you, my friend? Can we just have that previous message back, please, Producer Richard? And hi, Bill, Ashley, and Richard from the lovely Sam Burt. Hello, Sam. How are you, my friend?
All right, Sam.
I'd always believed he is cared for. So there's a little bit more confirmation with regards to that last part of the message there, Ash. How lovely was that? Shall we do another one?
Yeah.
Shall we do another one? Because I need to say, any old iron, any old iron, any old iron. All right. So I know that I've got a character that's starting to conjoin these energies with me. This gentleman starts to come close, starts to work with me. I want to be reduced in my size as he conjoins with me. I want to be smaller than my build. I want to stand around about 5'11" with this gentleman. I want to be slim framed. I do want to have a greying colouring to my hair, but I also want to have a slight tinge of grey to the colouring of my skin as well with this gentleman as he comes closer. I want to say that I feel I'm working on a fatherly vibration. I'm hearing him call out the name Daniel here as well. So I know that Daniel needs to link with somebody here who's watching this evening. I know as this gentleman comes that little bit closer, he makes me feel incredibly sick. He makes me feel as though I want to vomit. So I know that he's trying to place upon me a condition that he would have had that was evident with him prior to his journey over into the world of spirit there. Okay. I know with him that as he sings that Any Old Iron, I know that I need to be associating to scrap metals here, or collecting scrap metals, doing something with old iron and old metals, because I'm getting the smell of it as he comes that little bit closer and he works with me as well. But as he's giving me that as well, I'm getting the smell of the battery acids as well that this gentleman wants to place within my mind. So I know that he would have been keen under the bonnet as well, because my hands are looking greasy as he gives me this information. I know he was a good all-rounder. I know this gentleman would have worked incredibly hard to serve his family. He makes me understand. He makes me feel so hot as he comes closer to me and he conjoins his energies. So I know that there would have been an infection evident in this gentleman's lifetime here on the earth plane prior to his crossing. He talks to me about 3 as well. Okay, I feel this would be the last 3 weeks that he makes me understand about this infection, but I want to stay on the vein of 3 as well. I know there are 3 others that I need to be connecting to here as well, you would understand. Dominique Smith sounds like my granddad. I can take it all. Daniel is your cousin. Perfect. Dominique, talk to me as well about the 3, my darling, okay? Because he's referring to 3 others here on the earth plane right now. Casey Tanner sounds like your granddad. Can't take the name Daniel, but can take the name Danielle. Okay, all right, my darling. Again, just work with me on that 3, because I know 3 was significant for whatever reason he brings that through. Dominique, he worked with his hands and also those materials that he's brought forward as well. Fantastic. He was also a family man, you tell me, and he had 3 children. I'm with Dominique, 100%. I feel that this link is absolutely with you there. Dominique, my darling, okay. You would also understand as well with this gentleman, my darling, okay, that he would have suffered somewhat within his head, because he places head pain upon me as he works that closer there, okay. I know that there would have been some type of significance with head pain around him, and I feel with this gentleman as well that I would have really have had to have gone into the dark. So he makes me understand that this would have been a migraine condition that he wants brought forward here. Again, he makes me feel very mumbled as I'm talking. He makes me feel as though I'm mixing my words up. So I know with this gentleman that there would have been this issue with regards to him having his words mumble jumbled, okay, towards the end of his life as well. I feel that this would have been because of this this condition that he's bringing forward with regards to the infection. It would have made me all over the place, because he just makes me feel so disorientated as he gives that information there to me, okay. But as he talks about the 3, I need to talk about the second child here, okay. I need to talk about the second child, and I know I want to be placing a lot of healing around that second child at this moment in time as well. You can identify the reason why. You're saying to me, as you're talking, my kettle went off. Yes, head pain, and my daughter also has the same sinus condition. Thank you, my darling. Okay, I'm not being held responsible for your kettle being turned on or indeed off. I will not be held accountable for that one, but hey ho, sometimes spirit work in the most wonderful of ways. And that's him who's just placed that power button on for whatever reason it may be. Then just take that in love and comfort, because it's the living that will hurt you, never the dead. Okay, I'm just asking him just to give me just a little bit more information before I hand over to lovely Ashley there. Okay, but you would understand that this second child that he's making reference to is your mum. Okay, that's the reason why. And you would understand at this moment in time that mum needs that extra support. She needs that extra healing to be sent her way, because my mind's quite wavy at this moment in time. Okay, I can't process things correctly. Okay, but what I want to be saying with her is that I'm very, very stubborn and I don't want to take any help from anybody. Okay, I feel this is a frustration that he wants to place with me and identify with you here with regards to her not wanting to take any help, you would understand. Okay, so I'm going to hand over to the lovely Ashley to continue with the vein of this message there.
Hello, Dominique. 005 005. It was just going on in my head. 005, 005. I feel that he's taken me towards a number of yours. You don't have to reveal the full number. Let me know if the 005 makes sense. 005, 005. Give her the 005. He was saying that you would understand the significance of this. Angry at the moment for you. I feel frustrated and I'm really gritting my teeth because I feel that you've been unable to circumvent this barrier in front of you, and I feel frustrated with you. I feel frustrated around the situation. It feels that you've worked really hard, Dominic, he said, really hard to get round this, to circumvent it, and it's just like you can't seem to do it. And he's just giving you this little push. And while he's giving you this little push with his other hand, he's sort of taking this big sledgehammer to what looks like this barrier, and he's like, overcome and adapt, and he's like, wallop, and sort of hitting this out of the way. And he just wants to let you know there is an awful lot of love around you and a lot of energy to continue, but keep on keeping on, keep going forward. Yes, needs the extra healing at the moment. Yes, very stubborn as me. I struggle to keep up. Okay. Well, he's saying, you've got this, mate. Yes, the 005 is relevant. Thank you, Dominic. Keep on keeping on. You don't realise, Dominic, just how far you've already come. Okay, stop, take a breath, look behind you. Look how far you've already come. This ain't going to stop you. Overcome and adapt. And he's saying the adapting bit, that change that has got fear written all over it, your fear written all over it. You've been trying to bury this thing in the sand. You have tried burying it, and all you can see is big issue written all over it, and it's changed. And he says, don't feel that change means loss. There's this real thing about you feel that it's moving on, this adapting to overcome, to override is got to be to, you could leave something. He says you're not going to lose anything. Stick it in the bag of life, take it with you, love. You've got this. You've got this. Onwards, upwards, rising. You've got this. Just keep moving, just keep moving, just keep moving. And he's there with the spiritual sledgehammer to knock anything out of your way, because it's you, it's your drive, and it's your energy that is pushing you forward. And Dominic, he's just saying, we're here for you. We are here. he's like, he's going, whoop, 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 whoop. And he's just trying to G you on. And he's like, you need that encouragement. You need us on the sidelines. You said it's pretty hard, barriers everywhere you go. Yeah, he recognizes that. He said, just go forward then. Just go forward. If there's barriers all around you, then keep going in that direction. You know where you want to end up. You've got an idea what the finish line looks like, feels like, smells like. You can almost touch it. Keep reaching for that finish line and keep pushing forward. He's talking about your relationships, and he's talking about a relationship in particular, a man, and he's talking about the fact the relationship needs to be made bigger. The relationship isn't as big as it can be, and it feels that the relationship is not always as mutually beneficial as it should. And he's talking about the fact that you have built up trust with this person, with this man, and they need to earn that spot with you. You've given them the trust, but they've given you reason to doubt their commitment, doubt their reliance. Oh, this is amazing. Keep having people telling me I'm in the wrong, but I'm not. Okay, yeah, keep pushing forward, Dominic. And you know what? Just make that relationship bigger. Make it bigger. Make it beneficial for you so that they are helping you. You can almost touch it. Yes, you can, Dominic. Absolutely. And you know what? Any type of journey, regardless of where you are, he's saying it starts in the future. It starts with you, Dominic. It starts with you knowing what that future is like, what it's going to be like when you get there. And he's just saying, keep that in your mind. That is what is pushing you forward and pulling you in. Now, he's talking about the fact there is an element of you having to circumvent where you want it to go. And there's this element of you thinking, if I zigzag too far off to the right, I'm not going to be where I want to be going. But he's saying, don't worry, love. There is a piece of elastic holding you on that board towards that finish line, and it will spring you back on the straight and narrow as soon as you can. But you just need to keep moving, because it's hard work and you're running out of energy. But have his love, have the energy, keep pushing forward.
How lovely. And Dominique, I've got tongue tied. Just before I send him back off up to the angels here, okay, I feel that there's a relevance that I need to be bringing forward to the forefront of your mind with regards to little bags of coins that he just wants to place here, okay? Whether or not these are little bags of coins that you've just been counting out, or indeed there's the significance of these little bag of coins that centre between you and he. But I know that he's bringing that forward with so much love and so much understanding at this moment in time, okay? So please do just let us know if that relates and you can understand the reason why he's just placed that there, okay? And he just, again, they've worked with me with a few songs tonight, but he's brought that song through in my mind about being solid as a rock. Now, I can't remember who sung that for the life of me, but I know that this would have been a song that was very relevant back in the 80s, possibly early 90s, okay? But I know, again, that I just need to be talking about the significance with regards to him being Ashford and Simpson producer Richard tells me that's where the song came from. Okay, so I know that this emphasis about being solid as a rock is between you and he, okay? And I know that as I'm giving you this information, that he makes me understand that he is your rock spiritually, but you would be conscious and you would be mindful of this, okay? Dominiqu's just saying, Ashley, yeah, not too much energy left, but I'll keep propelling forward. Absolutely. We'll ask the healing angels to give you that extra support you need as well there, my darling. Yes, you're saying keeps leaving the money in my house. Yes, money once I graduate from my master's degree, I will be sorted money-wise. Perfect. As long as you can understand the significance of why he's done that, that's fine for me. But the other thing is just know that he's your rock. Spiritually, know he's your rock. I feel as though you would do, because I feel assured as I'm sitting, as I'm talking about this to you. So I'm going to leave his love with you and say God bless you and thank you for giving both myself and Ashley the opportunity of working with you and he. God bless.
God bless you.
Wow, now that was a wonderful, wonderful night, Mr. Robinson. Thank you so much for joining us.
I've loved it, Bill. Thank you.
Collective. It's been fab, hasn't it? Absolutely. We must do this again another time, Ashley. But just for everybody at home, once again, before we sign off and say night-night, do let people know at home where they can find you on social media, my friend.
So you can find me sat here on this chair in South London, and you can also find me on Facebook and Instagram at Ash Robinson Medium, and of course the Spiritual Psychics TV directory. You'll find that hyperlink in the live chat for both Bill Hughes and I. Do give the directory a whirl. Brand new website, all sorts of fantastic links and resources there for you folks. And of course, if you're not bored of me yet, do come back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for Being Spiritual with me, your host, Ashley Robinson.
Once, do you know what? Actually, I don't know what to say now. I've got Richard's in one here, and I'm watching you on the other screen. Anyways, thank you so much, my friend. It's been a great evening, and to all of you wonderful viewers who have been with us this evening, especially those of you that have joined us for the first time, please do come back and support all of us here at Spiritual Psychics TV. There's always a different show or shows on every single day of the week. My name is Bill Hughes. You can find me on Facebook under Bill Hughes Psychic Medium and on Instagram as Bill Hughes Psychic. So until we all meet again, which will be in another 2 weeks' time, I will leave tonight with you and say, may the love and light of spirit be with each and every single one of you. Good night. God bless. Once again, producer Richard, thank you very much for making it happen. God bless everyone. Night, night.
Thank you. Cheerio.